Module 7 Development of New Product in the Agrofood Sector. Product and Process Development. There are essentially 4 basic stages in these modules for every product development process. These are product strategy development, product design and development, product commercialization, product launch, and post-launch. There are many ways to classify the degree of newness of a product. One useful example uses 7 categories: creative products, innovative products, new packaging of existing products, reformulation of existing products, new forms of existing products, reposition existing products, line extensions. A more technical assessment has been given by Earl and Earl. They defined the innovation spectrum as new to the world, product improvements, and cost reductions. They then defined 3 broad levels of innovation: incremental, major, and radical. Product platforms were then used to group similar products. Changes to products made within a platform are derivative changes. It is also possible, though, radical changes to form new platforms of products. Key points. Product development is systematic, commercially oriented research to develop products and process satisfying a known or suspected consumer need. There are essentially 4 basic stages in these models for every product development process. These are product strategy development, product design and development, product commercialization, product launch, and post-launch. There are several systems for classifying food products on their newness. The ultimate test of a product development occurs in the market, and a new product can only be considered successful if it is a market and financial success. Agrofood, a complex adaptive industry. When discussing the field of agrofood, we can expect a certain complexity, particularly at the raw material stages of the value chain. Fundamental characteristics of the biological production process influence the rate of progress and speed of innovative activity. In general, agriculture production is characterized by long production cycles and batch production processes, which mean that in general the time delays between a new idea and a commercially viable product are much longer than in industries characterized by continuous flow processing and sharp production cycles. An additional important characteristic of the food and agriculture industries is its mature market, which is characterized by limited slow growth in demand. The food and agribusiness industry is also characterized by very complex supply chains that are not well coordinated, particularly among the upstream stages in the chain. For example, the supply chain providing inputs to the production sector is relatively well coordinated, particularly in terms of logistics, information flow, and aligned governance systems. Adaptiveness. The food and agriculture industry is very dynamic. This is reflected by its high volatility both in production and market conditions. A combination of biological production processes that are subjected to unpredictable disease and pest infestations combined with variable climate, weather, heat, rainfall patterns, and conditions results in significant fluctuations in growing production conditions and thus efficiency and output. Technological convergence plays an important role for the food and agriculture sector, as it may lead to a blurring of industry boundaries. This phenomenon is also referred to as industry convergence and can be observed by the application of different technology across different industries, which may result in new inter-industry segments. The commodity nature of the raw material stages of the food and agribusiness value chain presents unique challenges and opportunities. At the same time, a breakthrough innovation in the commodity industry has the potential to redefine that commodity. So, although the likelihood of identifying such an innovation is very low, the payoff of a successful breakthrough innovation that redefines the commodity is very high, since it gives the successful firm a leading position in that industry. Finally, the food and agriculture industries, particularly in the production and input sectors, has traditionally been dominated by small-scale independent firms. This consolidation coordination process also facilitates innovation by firm or industry in the form of entire management systems including total quality management, scenario analysis, enterprise risk management, balanced scorecarding, continuous process improvement, and product lifecycle management. Thus, innovation can be of various forms and is increasingly pervasive in the dynamically changing agriculture sector, and innovation should be viewed as adaptive in that it results in constant adjustment, change, learning from success and failures, and thus evolutionary process. NPD is considered crucial to the long-term survival, viability, and growth of the agrofood sector. Successive reports have recommended an investment in NPD to increase competitiveness and to take advantage of market opportunities that arise from changing consumer trends, such as the market for nutritionally enhanced products. However, a consumer-oriented product design approach is a key success factor for developing nutritionally enhanced foods that gain consumer acceptance. The demand for quality and variety in food products will remain undiminished, while economic circumstances dictate constant vigilance with regard to ingredient processing and packaging costs. A key focus for agrofood will be the sustainable development of the sector, first by adopting an extended food chain perspective on the sustainable supply and usage of our natural resources to meet the increasing environmental demands of regulators, customers, and consumers, as second by promoting the continued emergence, growth, and maturation of internationally competitive SME sector. In particular, greater emphasis and competency building is required in the following areas: product design development chain and supply delivery chain alignment, supply chain efficiency and responsiveness, strategic orientation. There has been much debate as to whether the chain analogy accurately describes the management of the inter-organizational business process required to deliver product and satisfy customer requirements. The adoption of best practice along the food supply chain requires competency development in the following areas: application of best practice approaches and techniques to align strategic and operational activities, management of supply chain flows and cross-functional KPIs and associated metrics, management of supplier and customer relationships.